Morning. Good morning. Ugh. Had a good vacation. Went a little nuts with the eating. I don't know. I always do it. My girthy king. Hey, good morning, Dick Tickler. Good morning again. Uh, but we're back. We're back. I didn't work out at all, but I went on a lot of hikes and stuff, so I got a lot of steps in. But no working out. Was way too tired. Was way too much stuff to try. I was trying to jam in to my limited vacation time. So even with me like really, really wanting to, you're just too tired. I don't know. I wish before vacation I had like a week to just sleep and get bored, and then I could go on vacation. I wish every vacation had an extra week. A few days to ramp up into a DGAF routine, just sleep it off, do nothing. And a few days back to get bored and want to go back to work. I went to Mackinac Island. It was a nice sunny day, a little chilly, but really, really good. You know, it's technically preseason for everything. You know, Memorial Weekend is when everything opens up. So we were like, oh, let's go do this. Closed. Not open until Memorial Weekend. Oh, let's do this. Closed. Not open until June. But there was still a ton of things to do. Then we went to a shipwreck museum. That was pretty interesting. It was a foggy day then. And then I went to Tequamanon Falls, saw some waterfalls, walked the trails. That was good. Is it Day of You? Day of You? No. Yes. Is it my day? Day of me? I don't know what that means, but. For you. Still not sure. Is it day for you? Oh, yeah. It's 7:03 a.m. if that's what you're asking. Yes. The sun is out. It is day for me. Wherever you're watching, if it's in the middle of the night or early in the morning. Hey, Politions. Good morning. Good to see you. We are doing well. I don't want to go back to work, but I feel really energized. I need to start taking more vacations because, you know, the burnout builds up. I'm notorious for, like, just working throughout the year. It's dark and I'm not tired. Nice. I used to be a night owl. Then I started working out in the morning. You know, actually, The thing that got me waking up in the morning was the pandemic. I used to go to bed regularly at like 2 in the morning. And then the pandemic happened, and I wasn't going to bars or closing out shows anymore. And I've never been able to break this schedule so far. Do you ever genuinely feel like going to work? Or is it all the same doom and gloom feeling of not wanting to go? Depends on the day. Sometimes I'm jazzed, especially when it's like, oh, I know today's going to be a good day. I'm like ahead of schedule, and a big release is happening. Those are kind of exciting. Or when you're like right on the verge of figuring something out, that is always very exciting. Not always doom and gloom. I feel like if I've been doom and gloom for the past couple days, it's because I've been, really wanting that vacation. But now, we got it. There's plenty of things to make me excited. Things that make me dread going into work. All-day meetings. If there's never any reason for it. There's never a good reason for it. And yet it seems like every place does it. Even if I did have like an all-day meeting, like I had to have one, I wouldn't be doing my best work. Do you work pretty close to home? Yeah, kind of. I have like a 20-minute commute. You got this, bro. Keep pushing. Thank you. Thank you, Luz. And that's on a good day. Some days it can be like 2 hours. Depends on construction, accidents. But I do like that. I do like driving into downtown. There's traffic. But it's nice, Especially on today, I'm excited. I'm excited to drive downtown because you get to see the sunrise over Detroit. That's pretty cool. A lot of people are just like, oh, it's in my eyes. Immediately put your like car thing down so you don't look at the sun at all. But it's nice when it's not blinding you on the road where you need to see. When I started working out, did you get cramps and wicked sore? Yes. I also went too hard. I went way too hard. Even knowing, I was like, I'm not going to go too hard.
Bulk Hogan official said, so quick vacation, huh?
Yeah. Good morning, Bulk. Yeah, just a quick, long weekend, 4-day weekend. Now we're back to it. Something I need to work on for the later half of this year, or, I don't know. I need to switch it up. Because the key, you're supposed to feel sore when you're working out, especially if you're pushing it, but in like different parts of your body. So like, something that's not sore, you focus on that
and
for the day.
And here I thought I had to write my bits down so I can remember them for stream.
Oh, there you go. Anything special over the weekend? Yeah. I went to Mackinac Island. I went to Tequamaland Falls. I went to a shipwreck museum. Lake Superior in Michigan is like kind of a wonder of the world. It's like kind of different from every other lake. I don't know. The coldness off of Lake Superior and just how quiet it is. It's kind of strange, but I like it. And the smell. It seems like such a simple thing. You're like, how different could it smell really? The Upper Peninsula just smells so drastically different. Just nature. Like, there's trees and stuff in the Lower Peninsula. I don't know what it is, but the UP, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, has like such a crazy smell to it. A good smell. Not like farts or something.
Less
Maybe it's
alcohol in
placebo.
the air.
Like alcohol, yeah. I get drunk, I go, whoa, I gotta pull over. I've been smelling the air too long. Oh, that's so funny you say that, Pollutions. Yeah, I don't know. I think we need more people with, like, I don't know, trade skills. I think I could be working as a programmer in the foreseeable future. Do I want to be, though? Because, you know, Microsoft cut a bunch of jobs. I mean, I don't know. I think that's just a side effect of Microsoft. For the insiders, these big companies, especially Microsoft, you work on something and it never gets released. Like, ask any person you know who worked for Microsoft as a software developer and be like, your entire time at Microsoft, did you ever ship something that a customer saw? And that sounds like a simple answer.
MR_Seeker said, hooray, MR Bike Guy is online.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Mr. Seeker? Good morning. And the answer will be no. For most people. They'll be like, yeah, I worked on some internal tool. I worked on a product that didn't ship. I worked on a prototype. I feel like same is probably for Amazon. Same for... But Microsoft is like the most notorious for this. How many times did you work on something where it didn't even see the light of day? So, I'm not worried. There's so many systems out there, like, that are just so old that they'll always need people, and they can't even find people now.
Well,
and they're not even
I
that
can't
old.
tell how much.
What do you work on your job? Boring stuff. I mean, I do full stack, so sometimes I'll work on stuff in the app, but my main job is like our data pipeline. A lot of buzzwords, sorry.
Banks are worse
like
defenders.
ETL. You'll hear that a lot with backend stuff. Extract, transform, load. I get data into our system. That's it. It's not the most complicated thing, but it is also the most complicated thing.
Looking for a new
There's
job.
just so many. Looking for a new job? Maybe. Always looking. More like maybe looking for a new career. I don't know.
Gazantiadev said,
Spotlight
you could
stealer.
in theory make so much money updating government website security.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Biz.
MR_Seeker said, same here.
The problem is software is everywhere. So it's just like, I mean, think of something uses that doesn't use software. Everything has something. So, I mean, that's job security for programmers. There's so much stuff that people will just be stuck with. I think
Problem is not the software. Problem is the peb cake.
Pedcac.
Volkswagen official said, my grandpa runs on DOS.
Yeah, there you go.
MR_Seeker said, problem exists between keyboard and chair.
There you go. I've heard that before, I just couldn't remember. That's true too. I mean, I get it. Some stuff is even hard
My
for me to do.
father still weeps when he sees a Palm Pilot.
Yeah. I feel bad for all the old people that have to, like, do stuff, anything online. Because before you could mail stuff in, but now
Those things were
they're
like a Nokia,
aggressively
instructable,
No, you have to do it on the website.
and reliable.
Oh yeah. Blackberries too.
BlackBerry was good, as long as you paid. iPhone was better in that regard.
I don't know. I feel like SaaS companies, software as a service, I feel like a lot of those will evaporate. I don't know. It depends. Everything's got its like niche. I don't know. It's interesting times to be a software developer, for sure. Because like with every bubble, you've needed more and
Sauce
more
is simple to
developers.
recreate.
But now
You
we're
need
at a
that
bubble
stuff
where it's
that
like,
cannot be replicated that easily.
we got too much shit. Can we like just maintain the stuff we got? SaaS is simple to recreate, yeah. There's no secret sauce. You don't got a product, you don't got a patent. You need stuff that cannot be replicated easily. I've been asking ChatGPT and DeepSeek. I'm like, if I were to start a small business, what are some ideas? Because you know what?
Byzantiadev said, tech is often complicated, yet somehow I can get ancient games from the 90s like Jurassic Park Trespasser to work on Windows 11.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah. The problem with starting a small business, though, is, you know, you go from working 40 hours a week safely and get to go home and turn off your brain to working 7 days a week, 100 hours a week. You're always on the verge of financial collapse until you're not. But someone told me once, like, if you own the building, you could be as shitty as a business as you want. I go, that could be me. I don't know. I think I glorify it, and then if it were to happen, even if I had a successful business, I think I'd just go absolutely nuts. Like something, the security that having a job that somebody else is giving you is that I could also be like, I hate this, I'm out, deuces, and just put the laptop on the table and walk away. Can't do that with a small business. I'd be losing a lot of money,
You can
I'd be
throw
in
all
big
the
trouble.
pizza parties you want. On a serious note, most ventures fail within 5 years.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I think I want is? I want to do a career change, but I want to be like an apprentice. You know, like, I want to, you know, find someone who sees potential in me and then teaches me all the shit. You know, like a carpenter's apprentice or a electrician's apprentice or something, where they're just like, wow, you pick up stuff pretty quickly. And then they just keep giving me more and more.
Volkswagen official said, nah man, My food processor that connects to Wi-Fi won't flop like that, it's different.
Yeah. I hate all that shit. I'm waiting for this too. I predicted this when I was younger, but it has not happened yet. But I think it's going to. Is people building like the internet, the wide world of internet, where it's just like, hey, I don't have to be beholden to these ISPs. Like someone makes
said, I'd hate to live in a world where your front door requires internet connection.
Yeah. Or like an Internet of Things where it's just everything's
said,
LAN.
Jason, we already on internet.
You're on it, yeah. I mean like an undernet. Something where it's like I don't have to pay an ISP anything and it's blank. I guess that's like Onions, the Onion network. You know, dark web. That's kind of it. But I thought more stuff would be like LAN-based and not require you to sign up for a service. Or like, I thought people would hack these devices more. So it's like, you know, I can have a security camera that never talks to the internet ever. It just like records to a server in my house or something. Or, I don't know. Not everything needs to talk to the internet. You know, a lot of stuff. You know, in Hong Kong, when they did those protests, they had like the mesh network messaging app.
Said,
I forget what it was
the
called.
Old hackers movies are Undernet's wet dream.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, I don't believe in a lot of conspiracy theories, but here's one I do believe in. I think Wi-Fi is being actively suppressed. I think, you know, they're sitting on the technology where the Wi-Fi could, like, one router could, like, cover a whole city. Go, Speed Racer. Hey, good morning, Jason. Bricked. What's up, Badger? Good morning. I don't know, because then they would be like, oh, boom. That kind of affects the ISP's bottom line. People would need to buy less routers, much less, substantially less. You wouldn't need one to everyone in every home. Can you say Rick and Morty?
Volkswagen official said,
totally capable
it's suppressed
of that.
by the big milk. Otherwise everyone
Suppressed
would
by
be on the
big milk.
Wi-Fi and won't drink milk.
Yeah, there you go. Wi-Fi is often limited by the antenna device using Wi-Fi. Okay. Access points are very powerful. Thank you. Yeah. Again, the conspiracy theory doesn't really hold weight when you're like, they would make a ton of money if one company made something that good. Of course they'd sell it. But, you know, maybe I think that less now. But when I was a kid, living in the age of...
said, it used to be a conspiracy, but crisp companies are definitely advertising bigger bags with less in them.
When it was like B&G routers or whatever, B&G range Wi-Fi, I was like, this can't even reach the rest of my house. I'm a network engineer of 20 years. Oh, hey, what's up, Jason? Everything today is disposable or a subscription. It's sad. Yes. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, I am a software engineer. And I don't know. Also, you kind of like, I've worked on stuff. I've worked on those things. I've worked on an app for 18 months. And they were just like, whatever. I go, whatever? You spent a ton of money. There were like 10 developers on this for who knows how long. And there was designers and project managers, and then you're going to just say whatever. I mean, just poop it out. What do you mean whatever? I guess that kind of creates a perpetual cost that they're like, it's not worth it. Now it's almost impossible too, yeah. I hate the planned obsolescence. You know,
I wonder
everyone
if the
shit
concept
on
of
iOS
abandonware
and
will
then
exist in the near
that
future
just
if
became the
software
business
is
and now
developed
everyone's
not to
doing it.
last.
What did they do after 18 months? Drop it? Yeah. I'm sure they have it sitting in a code repo. And I'm sure someone maybe has looked at it, but maybe not. We kind of took parts of it and used it for a different thing, but most of the app was just like sitting there, completely untouched. It was an internal app anyway, like a business-to-business thing, and they just scrapped it. I don't know. It was so devastating because I was like, what? And then I just thought about that. I'm like, the previous 18 months, I could have done absolutely nothing, and I'd still be where I am right now. I don't know. It makes you not want to work as hard. I don't do that anymore. Now I work for a product company, so I'm like directly responsible for like the bottom line, I guess. What are you doing it for? Yeah, the great question. That's almost like a philosophical question. What are you doing it for? What am I doing it for? I don't know anymore. I don't know. You want to feel fulfilled. You want to feel useful and helpful, respected amongst your peers. What do you do it for? It's not just the money. I wonder if the concept of abandonware will exist in the near future as software is developed not to last. So, ooh, interesting. Well, I think a lot of things, too, where shitty code can last a long time. You know, I think a lot of these banks are just trapped with these systems. And it's like, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it breaks all the time. But it works well enough to where it's like still saving me money. And like all the people who worked on it are at different companies. They died. They hate us. We really only need one guy to like work on keeping it just barely alive on life support. What is your goal? Be healthier for the rest of my life. I don't have a specific like I have a lot of short-term goals. My smallest goal right now is get to 250s. So get to 259. I'm currently 260. I'd like to get to low 200s, maybe like 210, 220. And then when I get like that skinny, I kind of like to bulk up. It's a little bit scary. But, I mean, how often do you get to see like a movie version of yourself? Like, while I'm healthy and relatively young, you know, I'm not going to be ripped as hell when I'm 60-year-old. But it could happen, but it's much less likely to happen. I'd like to have like some photos to stunt on the grandkids, you know. Be like, oh yeah, you want to see your grandpa back in the day? Boom! Hit them with the guns, and they'd be like, holy shit. I go, yep, that was me. Don't mess with me. Bulk is good sometimes, yeah. Hey, good morning, Gamer Comics. I go, don't mess with your grandpa under all this fat. I have the potential to get those muscles back and make your life a living hell. And they go, we'll be good, Grandpa. I go, yeah, you will. You know, I was looking through my dad's old photos.
A buff year sounds like a good phase to have.
Yeah. I was looking through my dad's photos and like, Yeah, he looks young and he looks healthy, but he looks exactly the same his whole life. Like, he didn't do any weird hair things. He didn't have an off year and gain a bunch of weight. Never grew a beard or any facial hair. My dad is like, it's crazy how the same he looks compared to his like teenage photos. How long do you ride for daily? I do 30 minutes on the bike and I lift weights for 30 minutes. Rotsy helped me a lot. Oh, there you go. Yeah. ROTC. Don't let this distract you from the fact Lilo and Stitch is released this week. My wife is excited for it. That's one of her favorite movies. But, you know, it's Disney. It's their live action slop. I'm about to hit fasted cardio. Hey, there you go, masterpiece.
Bulkbogan official said, no, don't remind me.
Whew, okay, here we go. Let's lift some weights. Ugh. We got it in. 227 calories, almost 10 miles, 9.6. Whew, feels good. All right, my arm is feeling better. I think I'm not going to do heavy, but I think I'll do some bicep curls with the 20s. We'll see how I feel. If I feel any tightness, I'll just drop it again. But I feel good. I'm feeling confident. Woo. All right, let's get the heart rate down a little bit. 140. Okay. All right, here we go. Bicep curls, triceps, rows, side lateral raise, and then we'll do some sumo stomps. I think that'll be a good rotation. All right, here we go. Bicep curls. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What if they remade Face/Off movie with Mark Strong and Stanley Tucci?
11.
They would save
Stanley
so much
Tucci.
on CGI.
11, 12. Who's Mark Strong? What movie was he in? I know Stanley Tucci is like the guy with the glasses, bald guy glasses. I don't remember what I remember.
Funny yoke is that they look the same.
Mark Strong.
Byzantiadev said, I'd love a remake of Pumaman. It was so crap the first time, a redo could only improve it.
Yeah. Boomerman's a fun one. There's not enough fun bad movies. It's just it's extra funny to think about with these B movies that I thought they were making a hit. You know, the sincerity behind it, behind everyone involved was like, we are making something to rival, like, I don't know, the Avengers or something, you know. Puma Man. It's like so funny in hindsight to like dunk on, but and you know, it's interesting too to see people like genuinely try and fail. It's kind of inspiring in a way. It's like, you know, they made a movie. And while it's not like good in terms of like conventional quality or storytelling, it's interesting that they tried a bunch of things that no other movie has ever done. I don't know, you know, very weird acting,
Sounds
very
like
weird
Ed Wood's
line
whole
choices.
career.
Ed Wood's whole career, exactly. Yeah, you know, uh, he didn't make the best movies, but he made very interesting choices that you know makes him a household name. Anyway, I'd like that to be me. If anything, I'd like to leave a Ed Wood legacy. All right, triceps. Except for all the weird sex stuff with the. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What was the pink stuff that he was into? Not velour. Oh, it's on the tip of my brain. Angora. Hey, I figured. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Switch arms. 1,
Remakes should wait at least 5 years to have a proper impact.
3, 4. Yeah, I feel like the most egregious is Spider-Man. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Bulk Bogan official said, "No, you will watch and love live action Moana."
Woo! All right, side lateral raises and then 25 sumo stomps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did the live action Moana came out? I remember seeing The Rock in like a big suit or whatever. And that's funny because he's already such a big guy. But I remember seeing like an early photo. It was like, oh my god, it's The Rock and the live action Moana. But I'm like, did that movie ever come out? What has come out anymore? You know, I want to see Friendship. Speaking of movies, I'm excited for that. I'm going to see that on Wednesday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Byzantiadev said, "Moana is one of those weird late Disney films that wasn't panned as a flop."
Yeah. It actually came out. Oh my god, man! Yeah, I guess I saw that screenshot a long time ago. I guess with live action once you finish filming. All right.
Bulk Hogan
25 super
official
spots.
said, funniest The Rock bit is that he refused Hot One's interview because chicken wings aren't healthy.
Hey, they do other things. They've done like vegan things. Brother, you do steroids.
Brother, you
Yeah.
do steroids.
Yep. It's that mental gymnastics they do to go, yeah, but those are healthy. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Byzantiadev said, that's quite wholesome.
You know, all these huge guys. I wonder if there's funny, like, it's not funny, but sometimes it is. It's funny when it doesn't happen to you. Funny Roy raised them, like, just went to the gym yesterday. Hey, good morning, WJ. The Rock just going, freaking out over, I don't know. Yeah, chicken wings. I'm not going to the Hot Ones. They don't have lettuce. Oh, God. And he's just screaming at his PA. How dare you even think of putting me on that show? I could have been killed by a chicken wing. That's so unhealthy. Now, where's my steroids injections? They're focusing more on agility drills at the moment. Okay, nice. That's one thing I've never been. I've never been an agile man. Like, I do like this. And meanwhile, someone has already run around me 3 times. It's like, I'm just not an agile guy, I guess. But I have been strong man. I'm so disgusted with The Rock.
The Flintstones were used to sell cigarettes at one point.
Yeah, exactly. What the, everything's so wackadoo. What's going to be the thing we look back on that we're like, I can't believe cartoons or they advertised that. He threw the entirety of WWE into the bus. Yeah, hey. All right, 25. Insert fart noises as you see fit. 1. 2. 3. 4.
Bulk Bogan official said, Jason, that was deafening.
That was definitely, sorry. Was that really loud? Oh, I gotta figure. Sumo stomp. 6.
Byzantiadev said, Vince had his day coming for a long time.
7. Oh, my legs are so sore. I didn't do any sumo stomps over break. 8. Oh, my legs. 9. 10. 11. Now throw around some salt. Yeah, there we go. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. Oh, Holy shit. All right. 140. Get the heart rate down a little bit, and then one more time. Sorry for breathing in the mic. Vince had his day coming for a long time, yeah. Isn't it crazy how, like, mentally abusive you could be as an employer in the 90s and the early 2000s? You know, now it's kind of like, hey, you can't do that anymore, but you still can. But I don't know. Just everyone like, is like, that's what Vince is like. If you don't like it, find another job. It's like, you know that's not an option. He's not dead, right? Did Vince McMahon just go into hiding? What's that guy up to now? All these things coming out and exposing them. All these horror stories of, you know. My biggest problem though is that he like did it to himself too. He's like, I'm not asking you to do anything I wouldn't do myself. It's like, yeah, but I gotta destroy my body because you have such a reckless disregard for yours, and you're so like obsessed with being the best. I don't know. It's just so strange. All right. Bicep curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same as Elvis trajectory. Interesting. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Bulk Hogan official said, also they all die on the turlet, that's the price of fame.
21, 22, 23, 24. Was Elvis working on the toilet? Is that why he was like trying so hard? Or was he taking such a big dump? Hey, I've been there where it's like, I think I'm about to pass out. This, you know, the turd's about to win. I can't imagine having my heart be so strung out that I die on the toilet. You know what? I want to offer a service where if you die in an embarrassing way, it's almost like insurance. If you die in an embarrassing way, I will like make the coroner believe that you died in a very cool way, and I'll tell a story about like, you know, how he died
Byzantia
in a
Dev
fire.
said, I don't think many Elvis
family.
impersonators copy the late era much.
Or, you know, he died from a bear attack. You know, he fought it head on so that the rest of the people in the park could live. You know, give me something. I guess then it would be a telltale sign of like, okay, now let's really investigate this because this guy clearly used this service and he clearly died in a very embarrassing way. So it draws even more attention to it. But if I die in an embarrassing way, please, for the love of God, will my loved ones have the thought
High
to
influence people would pay for that service.
Tell anyone, especially the news. You know. How do these papers find out too? Where it's just like, how do you? I guess with Elvis, it's like you're like super paparazzi'd out. You know, they're gonna find out. They're gonna dig through your trash. They're gonna pay off your doctor. High influence people would pay for that service. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Die.
No, it
And
wasn't
not
a
even
drug
a cool
overdose.
way. Just
He died
cover
fighting
up
a bear
if I
to
die in an
protect his
embarrassing
dog.
way. Just in case. You know, he had this service, but yeah, he just died normally. When in reality, it's like frogs jumped up your ass or something. Like, yeah, he took a
Hulk
hike in
Hogan
the
official
rainforest
said,
and a bunch of
"Not
frogs
if I
jumped
die
inside
drowning
of
in
his
the
asshole."
sewer poop water.
It's
Tell
like,
everyone
what?
about it. It's funny."
Oh, but then your whole life gets summed up in this funny obituary. Yeah, Bulk Bogan, he was like great for the community. He did, but did you know he drowned in the toilet? You know, he fell in. Okay, here we go. It's just like, yeah, I don't want my entire existence to be summed up in a punchline. Or maybe I do, because that's the ultimate thing as a comedian. The ultimate joke is my entire life was for one fart gag. Yeah, he tried to rip the longest fart and had a heart attack and died right at the bowling lanes in, uh, somewhere in Minnesota.
Life is a joke and death is a punchline.
Yeah. That's some Watchmen shit there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, Rose.
I had to refund Watchmen DVD.
1.
Turn it on, there are women in it.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Byzantia Dev said, Byzantia was something I got into during my game TTRPG game development Debaya.
10, 11, 12. All right, switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo. I always wondered where your name came from, Biz. All right. Side lateral. Ugh. And then sumo squats to end it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. 25 sumo squats, and then we are done for the day. Looking good, brother. Killing it as always. Hey, thank you, Peyton. One of the mentally strongest people I've seen on here. Thank you. Hey, thanks. You know, you don't always have the determination or inspiration, but right now I do, and I'm like really keeping with it. Hey, thank you for the follow. You should be proud. Most people never post their journey. It takes a lot to do that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You know, if it goes poorly, I want to show warts and all too. I want to show the hiccups and the bad stuff too. Because I always complain that when people do like workout things, they show they cut out like the middle part. The middle is the most interesting for any fat person that's ever been on a fitness journey. The middle is what I want to see. I want to see you struggle. I want to see you slide, backslide. I want to see you gain a little bit of weight sometimes. No, they always show the beginning and the end. And, that's what most other people want to see. But as a fat person, I always want to see the journey, Anyway. Yeah, there you go. Even if the number doesn't go on the scale, I know that going on the bike and lifting the weights every morning, it's helping me have more energy throughout the day. It's just making me healthier as a person, and that's kind of like the overarching
Elves
goal.
are a favorite fantasy species for me. Even in games without elves, I end up liking the elf-adjacent one.
Anyway, there you go, Peyton. Thank you for the kind words. All right, let's finish it out with sumo squats. All right, 25 of these bad boys, and then we're done. Insert fart noises as you see fit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, come on. 4, 5, 6. Gotta go. Hey, peace out, Peyton. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Come on, get the leg up there. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. What you trying to do with all this movement? Sumo stomps. I've been doing sumo. So
the elf-dwarf rivalry is as old as dirt, but still funny.
Different leg muscles you're working out that you don't get with just a regular squat. Anyway. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. Have you ever tried kettlebell exercises? Hey! Yeah, I was just doing kettlebell stuff earlier, so. Yes. 24. Last one, 25. Woo! Caleb, good morning, good morning. Yeah, you just got the tail end of the workout here, but... Whew, sorry, I gotta catch my breath. Yeah, I do, I work out every weekday at 7 a.m. I do 30 minutes on the stationary bike here. Then I do 30 minutes of lifting weights. I have dumbbells, kettlebells, I have a yoga mat. Anyway, I tried to change it up from day to day. Oh, sweet. I just started adding them to my workouts to improve my... Yeah, nice. Yeah, kettlebells is good. Kettlebells is one of those sleeper ones where it's like, yeah, you could do a lot of stuff with just a kettlebell. Anyway, all right. Well, it's good to be back after vacation. You know, I slipped a little bit, but time to get us back on track. Feels good to get a workout in. Yeah, see you tomorrow morning. Bye, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Thank you for all the new follows, and see you tomorrow. All right. Sweat check. Proof it's not all CGI. All right, peace. All right. See you, Biz. See you, Bulk. See you, W. See you, Mr. Seeker. Yeah. See you tomorrow. Peace.